and welcome to Costco Cuisine, where I eat my way through Costco for you. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Costco Kirkland Signature Chicken Pot Pie. You can find this in the refrigerated deli pre-made meal section at Costco, and I paid $10.49 Canadian for the pie. I measured my chicken pot pie and it's 9.5 inches. The best before date on the chicken pot pie that I bought is 7 days from the date it was packaged on. So that's actually a pretty long best before date. You do need to keep the pie in your refrigerator. If you're not going to use it within the 7 days, you can actually freeze the pot pie and then let it defrost in your refrigerator overnight before you bake it. I've done this before and it works just fine. I have frozen leftovers of the chicken pot pie after I've baked it, and it turns out okay after you microwave it, but the crust is not as crisp, obviously, when you pull it out of the freezer and microwave it. To cook the chicken pot pie, preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Remove the plastic top as well as the plastic bottom, and place your chicken pot pie on a cookie sheet or a baking tray. Cover your pie with aluminum foil and then pop your pie into your preheated oven on the bottom rack, and you'll cook it for about 50 to 55 minutes. Once the 50 to 55 minutes is up, take out the pie and remove the aluminum foil. Put your pie back in the oven for about 5 to 10 minutes. And then after the 5 to 10 minutes is up, take the pie out and check the internal temperature, and it should be 185 degrees Fahrenheit when it's cooked. Now I'm going to cook my pie and then I'll taste it. Now that I've cooked my chicken pot pie, I'm gonna take a taste. Just looking at it, I can see that the crust is golden brown. It's definitely more golden brown on the edges of the pie, and it also looks really creamy. The gravy's like kind of spilling out of the pie, and I can see peas, I can see some corn, I can see potatoes, onion, I think I see 1 carrot, and then of course I see chunks of chicken. So I'm gonna take a taste and let you know how it is. I will say though that this chicken pot pie is not very easy to serve and like have a really pretty bite, or piece, I mean. It's not really easy to have like a nice serving because it is kind of wet and watery with the gravy. So I'm gonna take a bite here. It's very flavorful. It's very salty, and I like that. This is definitely a comfort food item. It makes me feel all warm and cozy inside. I love the gravy. It's really nicely seasoned. The chunk of chicken that I just had was nice and it was like lean white chicken breast. It wasn't gristly or fatty or processed tasting. There's not a ton of vegetables in this. There's lots of gravy, lots of potatoes. But not really like a lot of vegetables that I can see or taste. What I do like is the bottom crust is still really crispy. It's, I'm not sure if you can see, but it's nice and golden brown. So it's not like a really soggy bottom crust, which I really like. I know that the Costco Kirkland Signature chicken pot pie is a little bit different in the US versus in Canada. In the US, I know that they have a bigger chicken pot pie and it has a lettuce topping, whereas in Canada, we have, the full pie crust topping, as well as our chicken pie is quite a bit smaller. I'm guessing that the filling is pretty similar, but I would have to try it to let you know for sure. The Costco Kirkland Signature chicken pot pie has a ton of ingredients on the ingredients list. It has like palm oil, canola oil, some ingredients that I'm not sure what they are or what they do. And obviously, if you make your own chicken pot pie from scratch, you know exactly what's going into it. You know exactly the simple ingredients that you use to create it are generally pretty straightforward, but when you buy like a pre-made chicken pot pie, it's completely different, right? So some people might be turned off by there being so many ingredients in this chicken pot pie. For the nutrition facts, I did get the nutrition facts from Costco, and 1/8 of a chicken pot pie, which is basically what you see right here, is 390 calories, 23 grams of fat, 31 grams of carbohydrates, 410 milligrams of sodium, 3 grams of sugar, 2 grams of fiber, and 15 grams of protein. So it does have a decent amount of protein, but it also has a decent amount of sodium, calories, and fat per slice. The Costco chicken pot pie definitely isn't as good as homemade chicken pot pie. It is quick and convenient though. All you have to do is throw it in your oven for an hour, make a side salad or side vegetable, and you've got like a full meal that's nice and comforting, especially in the fall and winter. It's also pretty cheap and it does taste pretty good. If you're someone who likes chicken pot pie, I would give it a try. That's it for my review of the Costco Kirkland Signature chicken pot pie. If you like this review, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you'd like to see more Costco food reviews, visit my blog, CostCuisine.com. If you'd like to follow me on social media, you can search Cost Cuisine on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned as I keep eating my way through Costco for you.